Well, President Trump continued his midterm campaign blitz tonight with stops in 3 states, and that was today and tonight as well.
That's right. He's trying to save the GOP Senate and House majorities. KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan joins us now with the details. Dave?
President campaign late into the night. I mean, you'd think he was running, and in some ways maybe he is, right? This is a midterm election like none other we've seen recently, with sharp divisions between Democrats and Republicans, and a president who's become a lightning rod for controversy and harsh rhetoric. Both sides are going all out to win, of course, or retain control of Congress. And on midterm eve, President Trump barnstormed through 3 Midwestern states where the polls in key races are very close.
The Democrat plan would obliterate Medicare.
President Trump in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Monday night, spreading exaggerations and outright false information in an attempt to convince and frighten blue-collar workers and senior citizens and other supporters to vote on the eve of the midterm elections, even falsely accusing the Democrats of inviting migrant caravans to illegally enter the U.S.
Democrats are inviting caravan after caravan, isn't that nice, of illegal aliens to flood into our country.
The Trump campaign issued similar warnings in this controversial TV ad, which tied immigrants seeking asylum from their violent and corrupt Central American countries to this man, an illegal immigrant and convicted murderer.
The migrant caravan must be stopped.
NBC aired the campaign ad during Sunday Night Football, but later pulled the ad off the air, citing the insensitive nature of the content. Fox News and Facebook also banned the ad, but President Trump blew off the criticism when asked about it today.
A lot of things are offensive. Your questions are offensive a lot of times.
But former President Barack Obama is stumping for Democrats in many of the same states, like Indiana, where he went after Trump without using his name.
There's got to be consequences when people don't tell the truth.
Mr. Obama told Democratic campaign workers that this is the most important midterm election he can remember.
The character of this country is on the ballot. Who we are is on the ballot.
In the Senate, where the Republicans currently hold a slim advantage over the Democrats, it would take just a 2-seat swing to change that. But that's not going to be as easy as it might seem at first look. That's because there are 35 Senate seats up for grabs in the midterms, but only 3 of those seats are considered toss-ups and could change hands, and all 3 of them are already Democrat seats. It's a different story in the House, where all 435 seats are up for election, and the Republicans hold 45 more seats than the Democrats, meaning that for the Democrats to take control of the House, they have to flip 23 GOP seats. But more than 60 House seats are believed to be in play tomorrow, and most of them, all but 6, are Republican seats. And the latest CBS News Battleground Tracker estimates the Democrats are in position to come out with 15 more seats than the Republicans in the House when all the votes are counted. So what will it take for the Democrats to take control of the House?
It's going to take people getting out to vote. This election cycle, what I'm experiencing is that people realize that they actually have to vote if they want to influence the outcome.
And for weeks now, the votes have already been pouring in. More than 35 million were cast across the country already in early voting. And here in California, nearly 4 million absentee mail-in ballots have been filled out and returned by voters. Both of those numbers are considerably more than other recent midterms. Susie, back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you.